Good morning, everyone. Wednesday, the 19th of August. Welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing. Looking at the synoptic here, quite a different picture. Now starting to see the low pressure centre just off the west of mainland UK there. This is for midday today. Quite a bit of frontal activity, a weak cold front approaching from the west. Actually, there's more established cold front here having passed through, passing through actually at the moment here, giving us some low cloud and rain. Also got some occlusions behind and just generally unsettled weather. But there is high pressure just behind it, so we should return to, granted, slightly more unsettled conditions, but more familiar, clearer and warmer. Looking at the SATPIC, we can see here clear evidence of that front that's depicted a little bit further on in that synoptic chart with some more quite extensive cloud to the north. As this particular front moves through, we should start to see a cloud rise in the cloud base, thinning of the cloud, excuse me, and some better weather to come. Rain radar, we can see quite a bit of rain passing through at the moment. We're just catching us with the top part there, so we're getting a lot of the low cloud and slightly damp weather, but not the worst of the rain. Looking at the Met Office rain prediction, we can just run that through. You can see actually the bulk of it clearing by about 11 o'clock, and then showers in places behind, but the main body of the front moving on. Liable to remain showery throughout, but clear a little bit more in the early to mid-afternoon, and then possibly slightly more so in the evening as this next band approaches from the other front. Odium, they've got TAF this morning. They're showing 240 degrees, 8 knots for wind, 10 kilometer visibility, few clouds at 800 feet, and broken at 3,000 feet. They're then showing between 7 and 10 this morning, temporarily broken 800 feet, with a prob 30 of 7,000 meters visibility and showers earlier this morning, which we are seeing at the moment. So they're showing that by 1 o'clock local, we should be scattered at 1,600. Farnborough, something similar, a little bit wet as well. 250 degrees, 7 knots for wind, 10 kilometer visibility, scattered cloud at 4,000 feet. A prob 40 of some light rain and reduced visibility this morning, broken at 1,000 feet. And then later on today, continuing with light showers up until perhaps 2 or 3 o'clock this afternoon. And an increase in wind up to 15 gusting 25 and heavy showers at late afternoon. So that's dependent on how this front behaves, so we will wait and see. Winds aloft to the south of us, northwesterly 15 to 20 knots, flying height, and to the north of us, west southwesterly. So generally just reinforcing a westerly flow there, both on the ground and at flying height. And windy showing that on the surface, west southwesterly this afternoon. Met Office, public local forecast here. Showing west southwesterly wind gusting up to 20 knots in the afternoon, actually increasing as the day goes on, up to 10 gusting 23 by about 4 or 5 o'clock this evening, which more or less in line with the TAF at Farnborough. GFS giving us a temperature the warmest part of the day of about 24 degrees, obviously feeling a little bit cooler with the wind, and a dew point of 8. Presently, we'll just refresh that quickly. We're up to 15.5 degrees with a dew point of 13.2. And that's the view on the south side looking to the west. You can see there, very poor visibility, wet, but a westerly flow there. Low cloud. It will only improve from now onwards, so we should be able to have enough of a clearance to fly within a couple of hours. Scarset cross-section here, just reinforcing that, showing low cloud and rain up until about midday, and then we start to see an increase, which should allow us to get flying, and then potentially cloud bases up to 5 or 6,000 feet, reasonable thermals, with a small reduction in that, potentially around 5 o'clock, as we get some more showery activity. No terms, given the forecast, nothing of any real significance. Of course, if you are going cross-country later in the day, it's the orders group, but your responsibility to self-brief. Okay, so glider bookings, two K21s and a K13 on books instruction, a K13 for trial lessons, and a K21 on the casual list. We've also got a K21 running the 5-day course this week, and there is still plenty of single seater availability. So if you'd like to do some soaring this afternoon, I suggest that you get in there. At the moment, there's one on the casual list requiring an instructor, so if anyone's around that would like to help, that would be greatly appreciated. The simulator is, of course, available this morning. Should we be rained off a little bit, and we're not expecting any movements at this time. Of course, the Avoyant expedition, usual reminder, any questions to myself or any of the flying staff, and bookings through the office, please. So in summary, we've got low cloud and rain to begin, clearing late morning. We should be sortable this afternoon with a moderate westerly flow. With that, when able, we'll operate runway 27 with cables on the south side. And as always, do a land or taxi across the disused runways shown in red. There's our airfield set up to finish, winching south of the main runway area, towing on the hard grid should it be required, in its usual position on the north side. And self-launch is queuing along the Perry track to the east of the 2-3 threshold. That's all from me this morning. We'll see you out there shortly. Hopefully get clearance pretty quickly, and have a good day. Thank you.